This episode of Thrillers and Killers is brought to you by Anchor.
If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Let me explain. Anchor has the tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer.
When hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more.
It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. And best of all, it's totally free.
Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Welcome to Thrillers and Killers, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we will be discussing They Live, directed by John Carpenter, starring Roddy Piper, Keith David, Meg Foster. 7.3 out of 10 on IMDb. Budget $3 million, box office $13 million.
Holy fuck.
And that's just in North America.
This movie made $10 million?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just in the U.S.
Was Roddy Piper popular before this movie?
Yes, as a wrestler. As a wrestler, yes, he was. He was very popular.
So this is like The Rock acting then? It was just like, hey, you're a pretty good popular wrestler.
I don't think he was as popular as The Rock.
Oh, I'm saying like it's just like you're a popular wrestler. You want to be in a movie?
Yes.
Did he act other things?
No, this was the only movie he was ever in.
I think John Carpenter and him are friends or something, right?
Yeah, John Carpenter was a fan of his. And he asked him, hey, he was going to go with Kurt Russell for the film, but he was like, hey, I've already done 3 films with him. Let's pick somebody else. So he, asked Piper to do it. And Piper was like, I don't know who you are, but sure.
Oh, shit. He had done Halloween already.
Yeah, I know. Piper didn't give a shit. Piper was all about fucking professional wrestling, dude. That's it.
No time to watch movies as a professional wrestler.
No.
Only wrestle.
That's right.
And John Carpenter also did the music on this, just like he did on Halloween. He was the composer as well. So that's kind of cool. I'm into that. Yeah, other than that, I don't really know what else to say about this movie other than just jumping right in.
All right, fellas. We want to talk about the story arc. Okay, so basically, we got a what would you call it? A homeless
drifter.
Drifter. And, I think they call him a drifter.
I said it first.
Oh, fuck off. He's looking for a job. Pretty much can't find one. Then he finds a job on a construction site. He meets his boy,
Frank.
Dude,
Frank?
he is so ripped for a homeless man. Like, they act like
Piper?
He's like yeah, dude. He takes off his shirt at a construction job, and he is all muscles.
Fucking shredded.
Like, what is he just? He's eating. He can only afford just pure protein powder.
You can look good and be homeless.
Well, I think in the story he just recently became homeless.
But actually, I don't know if he's homeless. He's just a drifter.
Oh, it's meta. He was cut from wrestling.
Oh, fuck. Okay. He was cut from wrestling?
He was not cut from wrestling.
Oh, okay.
Ever? He still currently is?
He's dead.
Come on, man.
What happened to him?
I'm pretty sure heart attack, I think.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, Roddy, and the estate of the Pipers. I apologize.
Is this the only movie he's acted in?
Yes. He was in... he played a reoccurring role in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia as a fucking deranged wrestler in the Philly area. Which is pretty fucking funny.
I think this movie might have been better if he was just playing Roddy Piper. Like,
that would be
wrestling. That would have been so much better.
Yeah. He's gonna have to do this.
Anyway, so he meets his boy Frank. And Frank's like, "Hey, Chief, we got a spot over here with some food and showers and shit." So they head over to the place, and the main character is like, "Hey, there's some shit going on over at this church right here that they're using to help all the homeless people." So he goes in the church and he finds like that there's some weird stuff going on. So, anyways, eventually the fucking federales show up and they're like, and big explosions. So, pretty much in that church, they were making glasses, and it turns out when you put on the glasses, you can see the true reality that there's fucking aliens, bro.
Yeah, and all of the advertising and everything they consume every day is just like riddled with subliminal messages that say like obey, marry and reproduce. Basically,
Sleep.
he's setting your life out for you in these subliminal messages, and they're controlling everybody via these messages.
Yeah, pretty much. So, eventually, Roddy Piper's character just starts waxing these motherfuckers, and then he gets away by holding a girl hostage and having her take him to her house. And then he gets hit in the fucking head and flies out a window, falls at least like 30
Dude,
feet.
she throws him out of this window like from a cliff. He falls like hot rod, dude.
I feel like that kind of glass on a building like that isn't supposed to break like that. But
Dude.
plot hole. Oh, anyways.
Also, I'm pretty sure if he fell, like, not even at the height that he did, but if he was just pushed through glass like that, he should be, like, paralyzed or
Whoa.
not be able to walk. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he plays it like he's hurt, man, but I feel like you'd be a lot
Not
more hurt
really.
than that.
Yeah, he's like, ow, I got a little cut.
I think we do
Well,
have to remember though, this is a meta story and it's Roddy Piper in the story. So
he fell on an angled slope and rolled, so he kind of tanked it a little bit and like offset his momentum, just
I'm
like in the
telling you,
video
bro,
game.
it's just like Hot Rod.
It's like in the video game, if you jump at a certain angle, you won't take
You
fall
do what in
damage.
the video game?
That's what I was about to say.
You get pegged at a certain angle.
Oh God. Okay.
Uh,
Anyway,
so
after
yeah, he falls, and then he links up with Frank. He's like, "Hey, Chief, you got to put on these fucking glasses." And then they have like a 20-minute brawl.
dude, it's so long.
It's
This
a
is
short
like
fight,
a
though.
full wrestling set, dude.
And
Yeah,
the
this is an entire wrestling match.
sound effects are just like,
Oh yeah, they're the
it's
old fashioned punch.
it's a bit much.
God.
And
You
It's
can
still a good fight
tell.
scene, though.
Well, keep going, Doug. Sorry, keep going.
anyways, Frank puts on the fucking glasses. He's like, "Oh shit, you was right." And then they link up with some of the original people from the church who were actually like an underground organization trying to stop the aliens. But then, pretty much, they get found out at the secret meetup, and almost everybody dies. But Frank and the main character hit that watch portal like the aliens do and fucking teleport into their secret base, and then they kill everybody and blow up the cloaking satellite dish thing. And then
Transmitter.
everybody on Earth realizes that there's aliens, and then the movie ends. Yep.
Yeah,
It's pretty much it, right?
Well, yeah, and it's only like an hour and 40 minutes. It's breezy.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I guess I should include that the one who snitched on the alien resistance thing was the girl he kidnapped who pushed him out of her house/apartment thing.
Yeah, because after that, she like pretends like she realized that everything was good and like tries to get back in with him, and then goes to the meeting and basically pretends that he is like she knows he's right, and then she sells him out.
bitch.
Yeah, she was on the aliens team the whole time. Anyways, let's just move on to the plausibility of the plot.
I believe this is 100% plausible.
Okay.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
kidding.
in the
it's not.
universe they create in the movie, it's fine. Yeah, I'd say the movie was below average entertainment, to be honest, for me personally.
It's not something I would choose to entertain myself with. But I mean, I wasn't mad watching it, but I was like,
Well, that's when Aaron and I differ. I was not entertained, and
she
I
was
was mad while I watched it.
like,
Wow.
okay,
And I was in my head like, who picked this movie? Why are we watching this movie? This is dumb.
Whoa.
And that's just my opinion.
I think okay. So my whole problem with it is I do think that like the themes and the messages, which we'll get to later, I think those are really good and really like still present today. And I just think the 7-minute fight scene takes away from all of that, and
Hey,
all the goofiness in this movie takes away from the message for me. And I'm like, I mean, I like it, like I like the message, and I like what we're going for here.
I'm
And
gonna
then he has the chew bubblegum line. I'm like, what are we fucking doing here, man?
that's a
say
great line.
this, and I just don't want. I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna move on. And I don't want anybody to say anything. Okay. So, as a woman watching this is very much like a man-created movie, a movie created for men, basically, in my opinion. And that's all I'm saying on the matter. And I don't feel like fighting anybody or arguing or going back and forth. And that's that. And we're moving on.
All right, that's fine.
Can I say that I agree?
You may
Yeah,
say that you agree.
this is a very male dominated, like, this is for the dudes, bro.
Yes. I'm
Yeah.
not talking about the actors or the act, like I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying like in general, this is a movie made for men.
You're mad because the main
Facts.
female character was a super villain who betrayed them?
No, I don't care about that.
I wish she was a supervillain, dude. That'd make this shit more interesting. She's just
I know.
there
I
for
wish she would have had a bigger
7
role
minutes.
I wish she had a bigger role as a villain, honestly.
Bro, Roddy Piper fights people longer than she's in this movie.
True.
Yeah, true.
All right, we can keep going, and I can get more into that statement and have some, I guess, receipts as we go along. Well, not receipts, but examples, I guess.
All right, what are the themes of this MF boys?
Government.
Yeah, government controlling us. I think that's foremost in the entire movie.
I think it's that the aliens are controlling us, bro.
Yeah,
It's
but
just
the
about-
aliens are a stand-in for the government.
They're working with the government,
Yeah.
or they're working with high power people in the movie, though.
Yeah,
like the upper class and
elites.
stuff. Yeah.
It's all the theme, I guess, would be the upper class is working with the government to control the middle and lower classes and keep them suppressed. I think that's the best way to go theme.
Okay,
Yeah, it's like
we need to phrase that into like the theme is a life lesson. So what's the life lesson here?
Don't take things at face value. There's always possibly, oh fuck, what's the?
No, I think it's like consumerism will control you. Did I break everybody's brains? Hello?
No, that pretty much sums it up, bro.
I liked Jacob's theme.
It's pretty much like we're under control and they control through media, consumerism, police, stuff like that.
Don't believe everything you see.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Yep. All right, moving on.
Pretty much, pretty solid theme, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's prevalent. Even today, it's relevant. So
I think we're all gonna say that it was an intriguing theme. It was and is an intriguing theme.
Correct.
Anybody say no? Or any
No.
thoughts?
I think it's the strongest part of this movie. And I don't even think it's close.
All right,
that
so
fucking clothesline Piper hit on one of those cops was pretty good.
Fuck
Well-
off.
we'll talk about the characters. So we've got fucking 3 of them. Pretty much. We got Roddy Piper's character, we got Frank, and we got Barbara. Sorry, Holly.
Yeah, Holly.
She looks like a
Barbara.
fucking Barbara, dude.
She does.
I don't even know if you could call her a main character, to be really honest.
So hey, I'll let Brianna just go ahead and tee off on the characters. Let it rip.
They were not good. Well, like what I was trying to say earlier before I got cut off because we weren't in the category, rightfully so, is that Mr. Rodney's character, he's supposed to be like the hero of the story, and he's just a bad hero
Just
to
call him
me.
Rodney.
What's his name?
Roddy.
Roddy. Oh,
R-
yeah.
yeah.
Rodney
Okay.
Lee's father.
Cut that. Let me redo it. What I was
I
trying
don't
to
know.
say earlier.
You can just call him Piper if you want. It's fine.
I was trying to
It's
say
easier.
earlier is our main character, who's supposed to be the hero, is a dumb hero. Like, for example, he's at the time that he walks into this bank with rifles. It's like
He actually
he's
he
known.
has a revolver and a shotgun.
Whatever, the guns, whatever. He's known about the aliens now for a good 10 minutes. And like your plan is to walk in a bank looking like a bank robber and then killing them,
Well,
hold on, let me finish. Which to everybody else looks like you're killing innocent people. That's your plan that you came up with? Like, idiot. I'm sorry. It's just bad.
One of my biggest issues
he
is
was looking for somewhere to hide and didn't realize he was walking into the bank. I just want to point that out.
You should
My
be aware of your surroundings. Sorry, Aiden, go ahead.
I fully, yeah.
my biggest issue is when he kidnaps the woman.
Yep,
He
I was
is
getting to that too.
weirdly like sexual or assaulter vibes, and I'm like, dude, just like give her the glasses and explain it at all instead of just being like,
Yeah, he doesn't.
take me to your place. And she's like,
He
I don't
doesn't
want to.
explain anything. He's not like, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not a bad guy. I'm not like whatever. He's just like he just takes on for some reason that bad guy persona. It makes no sense.
But he does say, "I just need a ride out of here."
Yeah, but then he says, take me to your place. And she's like, I don't think I want to do that. And he's like, I must insist that you take me to your place. And she's like,
And like, why does it matter if she's married? He's like, are you married? And he's like, don't lie to me. Like, okay.
He's trying to figure out. Are you guys trolling? He's trying to figure out if she lives alone or not, so he can go to her house.
I'm not. How am I trolling?
So, but what if she was actually married? Then what would have been his plan? That's my thing. Like, he's a dumb hero.
That's plot armor.
No, my problem is when he gets to the house, instead of trying to explain anything, he just insists on being super vague, and then she's like, "I'll do anything, just don't hurt me." And I'm like, "This is weird." Like she thinks he's gonna sexually assault her, and he won't not act like that. I'm like, you're giving off these weird vibes, dude. Just hand her the fucking glasses, and be like, "This is gonna sound fucking crazy." But I'm looking through these glasses and I'm seeing alien people. Put these glasses on. I'm not trying to hurt you. Blah blah blah. Instead, he's just like weirdly sitting on her couch and being like vague about everything. I'm like, just say anything that's not weird, dude.
And then kind of moving past that too, like she like pushes him out the window, which in my view, rightfully so, if like she. And then at that meeting, he like they're like for some reason trying to develop some love story. I have to go talk to her. I have to protect her. Like, you don't know her. And even if she wasn't bad, like if I were her and I wasn't bad, I still wouldn't want to talk to him because like what?
Like, also, like, yeah, that's another problem I have is the whole love story angle. And this is like, why does he give a fuck? He was with her for like a 12-minute car ride. And the whole time they were not showing any type of interest in each other at all. Like she thought she was going to get murdered, and he was just trying to get the fuck away. And then she shows back up, and he's like, "I have to protect her. I have to love her." I'm like, what? Since when?
He feels guilty that he drug her into this mess.
It's not his problem.
That's what I was gonna. Hey, Jacob. I mean, I think we're the only two thinking rationally here, bro.
Rationally,
because this movie was made for men, so it's like how men think.
Don't bring
women need me.
Aaron's brain is like he's a man, but like his brain is like developed a little bit past that, so he can like see stuff. But like this movie was made for men, and so the typical man is like, whoa. That makes sense. Oh,
I shoot man for woman.
There's just random naked ladies at the end. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
This is highly offensive.
I do think the naked lady at the end is kind of funny because there's a part where there's like a guy on TV talking about John Carpenter. He has too much like naked women in his movies for no reason, and then he did it on purpose. I do think that's kind of funny.
Yeah, but I was okay, Doug. For one, I was not meaning it as like I don't agree with Bree and Aaron at all. I do agree with them a lot on the points they just made, but I was just giving an example of the reason why he might want to, protect her. That's it.
She obviously doesn't need protection. She whacked him in the head with a bottle and pushed him out the window.
But also, like, why would he want to protect her over the dude? What's his friend name? Frank? The dude that, like, he actually has developed a semi-relationship with. He wants to leave him to go find her.
Because he knows Frank can handle himself.
Oh, is that what it is?
He almost beat the shit out of him in that fucking alleyway.
Women need my help. I must go help now.
Man movie!
You guys are fucking projecting, bro. This is crazy.
Projecting?
Anyways, and then that fight scene.
I think this is
Whoa. One moment, bro.
Okay.
I agree with what Jacob said. The dude obviously feels bad that he kidnapped the girl and drug her into the situation. Little did he know she was in cahoots with the fucking alien, which he should have figured out, by the way. If we want to make fun of his character, we can make fun of the fact that he's a dummy. Because, I mean, really? She works for the news and the aliens control the news and she's not in cahoots with the aliens, you know what I'm saying?
Blinded by vagina.
And another thing that, like, earlier, whenever he was being super vague with her and acting really fucking weird, I also feel like I'm not giving him an excuse or an out. I'm just saying, like he said it in the film, wearing the glasses is like a drug. Like it makes you feel like you're high, and it like clouds your judgment and stuff. So maybe he was just fucking mind fucked from the glasses wearing them for so long. I don't know.
It's like in the Matrix right after you get unplugged.
Guys, it's an 80s horror movie. Horror comedy. It's not going to be the best fucking piece of like
No, I get it.
So then we can critique it.
How do we feel about Frank's character?
Hold on, I just want to point to what Jacob said. That's all we're doing here is we're just offering some valid criticism on how the movie projected to us. That's it. I mean, I don't think this movie was like made so that we could have an example on how a man should treat a woman. That's not what it's trying to do.
Yeah.
I just think he wrote the character like this, and I think looking at it now, I think it's valid criticism to say that he is this type of character. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Frank is okay. I'm not, like, honestly, I'm not impressed with any of the acting.
We're not talking about the acting yet, Chief. We're talking about the character.
Okay, Frank as a character, I think it's stupid that they fought over wearing the glasses for, like, what seemed like 30 minutes. I don't know. I thought that was stupid. Well, like, that it went on so long, you know?
I think Frank is the best written character. I mean, he at least has motivations of his family. And he's, like, trying to,
that's true,
do shit for them and then also stay out of trouble. I think he's decently written.
Yes.
Honestly, I think he's supposed to be the good guy.
Frank might be the good guy. Honestly, he helps out our main character, gets him to the shelter. Frank's a good guy.
I mean, he killed aliens, so killing is always wrong. All right, fellas. What about Holly's character? Pretty
What
shit.
character?
Pretty shit, to be honest.
For the
So
4 minutes she was in it,
Yeah. What part of her character do you not like? The part where she thinks she's gonna get raped and murdered, or the part where she is
okay, but she knew.
actually?
a
Wait,
backstabbing bitch.
how do you watch this whole movie and not know she was in cahoots with the aliens the whole time?
Huh? What the fuck are you on about, Doug?
She's not even introduced until like 50 minutes in.
Anyways, we'll just move on to
What?
we'll just move on to the characters.
He's saying
Time
that
out.
as soon
Time out.
he's
Time out.
saying listen, he's saying that pretty much as soon as he saw her, he knew she was in cahoots with the aliens.
You
No,
read
no, no, no,
her.
no.
You read her after being held at gunpoint, getting up and telling Roddy that she'll do anything as long as she doesn't hurt him. As I'm in with the aliens.
Well, she was in with the aliens the whole time.
I mean,
Like, you have a
that's
sixth sense
factual,
for
but
character development in movies.
that's what you got from that.
What do you mean?
The whole point of that scene was to establish like that she was scared of him, not that she was in
Okay.
cahoots with the aliens.
Yeah, we understand that. It's just maybe I'm not a weirdo who's sitting there 24/7 thinking about how men are gonna attack women when the dude is literally
What?
not
Jesus
being
Christ!
bro. The dude's literally not being aggressive at all. I don't know what you're talking. Like
He's holding her at gunpoint.
I understand that.
What the fuck are you on it? He's holding a gun to her, Douglas. How is that not aggressive?
Oh my god.
How is holding a gun at somebody?
He's explained to her multiple times that he's sorry. He doesn't want to do this. He just has to get away. All right, Chief.
So how? Explain to me how.
Did that to me, you wouldn't be mad at them.
Oh my god, that's not what I'm saying. I don't even know what
So-
we're talking about.
Explain to me how you read her saying.
I don't know. You guys are like freaking out the whole time about this is a movie made for men and there's weird sexual.
I have not said that.
There's weird sexual stuff.
I
going
said
on.
that.
I don't know
I
what
said
the fuck
that,
y'all
and
are
that's
talking
not.
about.
That's not what I mean by like. That's not what I meant by this movie is made for men. I'm just like when I say this movie is made for men, what I mean is like that like 10-minute fight scenes with like the the like punching sounds, the like boobies at the end for whatever reason. Like those kind of things is what I mean by this movie is made for men. Not they went into the like he's gonna sexually assault her or something. That's not what I was talking about.
All I'm trying to say is I didn't feel weird sexual assault vibes at one. That personally,
What?
I didn't feel these sexual assault vibes at all. Bro, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I didn't think of that at all when she said that. All right.
Wait, Jacob Bree, am I reading this completely wrong?
I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying. Me personally, I didn't think anything sexual about it, bro.
Like if I were in her shoes, that would be like my first thought. Is like, okay, well, he doesn't want to rob me. Like for some reason, he's saying he's sorry, yet he's still doing it. So like, I'm probably whatever. But like when I was watching it, knowing what I know, I wasn't thinking that, but I could definitely see why she or if you thought like her could be thinking that.
Yeah, up to the point before she said that, like I didn't feel like the way he was acting towards her that he was gonna sexually assault her until she was like, "I'll do anything," and then from then I was like, it's now kind of a weird sexual vibe.
Okay,
And
you guys watch one too many fucking weird movies. Let's just put it that way. All right.
Well, but you're not. Here's the thing. You're not a woman, so like you don't have to. I'm not trying to get into that. And like I said, my original statement of this movie was made for men. This is not what I was trying to say. But as we were talking about this more, like if you were in that situation you're a man, but like that's how women think because like
I would already killed the guy
because
by now if I was a woman. I'd be strapped up.
Because men assault women, so like.
Well, women also assault women.
Women also assault men, but higher percent of men assaulting women. Women do assault men.
Let's not bring out the stats on here, bro.
Mhm.
Oh shit!
But she has a point.
But I'm not saying like
All I'm saying
both
is
are wrong.
that's just what I didn't. When I was watching it, I didn't think anything like that. That's all I'm saying.
But just because you didn't think it doesn't mean like other people can't.
Okay.
Okay, but you're getting mad that everyone's like,
I'm
yeah,
not mad.
I can see
I'm not
why
mad.
because okay, we can roll the tapes later, but
All right, so we're gonna go on to the dialogue of the movie.
wait, did we do performance? Was that performance?
Oh shit!
I thought the acting was bad. I thought it was bad. I did not like. I don't know if any of them were even nominated for an award after this performance.
No
but,
way in hell.
Yeah, I don't think it was very good. Didn't pull on my heartstrings or make me laugh or anything.
You
I
could
just
tell
thought it
that
was bad.
you could tell that Roddy Piper is a wrestler, dude. He has some kick-ass fight scenes.
Oh my god!
Hell
Enough
yeah.
about the fight scenes.
Hell
That's
yeah.
that's like the only part that was good acting in it was the fighting. Everything
Honestly,
else
I could kind
not
of
good.
tell that the fight was like choreographed.
Oh,
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, but it was also like fun over the top stuff. Like I think he like does like a back suplex thing on the ground at one point,
Yeah,
which
he
is fucking
does. Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. He has a belly to back suplex on Frank,
Yeah,
which is
Jacob,
great.
break down that fight scene for us, Jacob.
He does a dope ass ripcord clothesline, which is actually my finishing move on the first cop, which is pretty fucking dope. But yeah, like it's for somebody coming from my perspective of like being a huge wrestling fan and seeing like other wrestlers in movies at John Cena and The Rock. And whenever they have big fight scenes, the entire time I'm thinking like, "Ooh, am I going to see some wrestling moves from these guys?" And they never fucking do it. It's all like actual like what you would see kind of like in action movies and shit. But Piper was like, "Fuck it, if I'm doing these action scenes, I'm getting every fucking move in the book,
Did
and
you
we're going
know?
over the top, and it's going to be 8 minutes long. And it's going to be great."
Did you know John Cena and Vin Diesel are brothers?
Oh shit! No, I did not actually.
Oh, wait, they're not. That's weird.
There might not be, this is off topic. There might not be a worse like these are siblings casting choice ever
It's so
than
bad.
John Cena.
They don't
Like-
look anything alike.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Anyway, Doug, your acting performance opinion?
The acting, actually, it was fine for trying to make a goofy ass movie. I'm cool with it.
Respect.
Okay. Moving
For
on.
a movie based off of a comic book, having the main actor as a
This
professional
is based off
wrestler,
of a short story, isn't it?
yeah, in a comic book called 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, that's what I have down.
Yeah. But it being based off of a comic book slash short story, having the main character played by a professional wrestler from the 80s, nonetheless, when back then the whole like entertainment aspect of wrestling back then was very campy and like silly and funny and goofy. I guess it's as best as you could probably fucking get it.
Well, I don't remember all the categories, so Doug will cut me off if I'm getting ahead. But isn't this supposed to be a thriller? Like I'm confused what this like movie is supposed to be. Is it a thriller? Is it comedy? Is it like
It's like a comedy action sci-fi thriller.
Yeah,
It's
they're
a
shooting
science
for
fiction
like
action thriller.
thrillers to
Yeah.
me? You should be on like the edge of your seat, like waiting to be like, what's gonna happen next? That wasn't that for me.
I think they that's the alien part of it.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be like the thrilling part. There, I do like the camp is fine. Like I'm fine with campiness, and like cheesiness. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but there are some points in this where it's not campiness. It's like just bad acting.
Okay, do we want to move on from performance?
Sure.
Dialogue.
I want to apologize to Roddy Piper. I'm shitting on a dead man here. So
Well,
Hey
I mean,
man, listen.
He did a
You don't have
movie.
to apologize.
He
You
had
don't have to
a great
apologize.
career. You have to, you make a movie and it goes to Hollywood. He made his money, and we're
Yeah, I've never
allowed
been
to
in a
be
movie.
Oh
critics.
yeah,
You know,
I've never acted, so
we're not saying he's some terrible guy. It's just it's not his fault necessarily. It's what he
True,
was
yeah.
given.
I will say this: probably the best thing to come from this movie is when he went back to wrestling. The next year at WrestleMania, he had some like parking lot brawl, which was literally just like a spoof of this fucking movie, which was fucking hilarious. Like they
That
did
is
that,
pretty
and then they started in a backlot in Hollywood. Later in the show, there was literally a fucking 3 minute section of them recreating the O.J. Simpson car chase on the wrestling, and them ending the match at the actual venue, which was fucking hilarious.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So he had a good career, and it's nothing personal against it's nothing personal against him. I don't think he's a bad dude. Just he didn't play a great part, and that's not all his fault. So
True.
had a great wrestling career, and I'm sure is missed by many.
Jacob being one.
Yes, actually.
Would you like to say a few words?
No, I'm good.
Aaron can like edit in some music to set the mood.
Titanic music.
The fucking dude, the eyes of an angel, or in the arms of the angel song, and the fucking pet.
Speaking of
adoption.
Eyes of the Angel, dude. So this is a segue. This actress in this movie has the bluest eyes I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's crazy. They look fake. I read an article that some people think she wears contacts.
There's no way, bro.
What do you mean there's no way? Contacts can make your eyes look blue.
Yeah, they didn't have colored contacts back then, bro.
That we know of.
Dude,
maybe
they're
only
fucking nuts.
Maybe only the rich and famous got them.
I don't think she's rich and famous at this point, especially with this fucking performance she's rapping in here.
Her eyes are really blue.
They're crazy blue.
Imagine being born and having genetically inherited blue eyes. Wow. Really crazy. Anyways.
Dude, she was in Jeepers Creepers 3.
Doug,
She's
look at her eyes and tell me.
Time.
Tell me those eyes aren't the
I don't give a fuck about her eyes! We're moving on!
Look at the eyes.
Jesus Christ, Doug.
What's her name? May Foster?
Yeah.
Everybody
Meg,
at home,
Meg
look
Foster.
up Meg Foster and look at her eyes. They're crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy blue. Doug's ready to move on. He's about to snap.
Doug's ready to move on.
All right, let's go into the storytelling because I have a thought.
All right, let's hear it.
Well, actually, dialogue. Oh wait,
the storytelling from the dialogue. That's what we want to hear about, Brianna. Go ahead.
The storytelling from the dialogue.
Did the dialogue do a good job of telling the story?
No.
Well, not really.
Not at least
really.
At least not at first. Like, I feel like the first 5 minutes, there's like no words, and then this character is like put on our screen, and we're like, "Are we supposed to know who this is? Like, what's going on here?" And then, yeah, it kind of just like carries on, and then I don't know. It was a very slow start to me. Do y'all have any thoughts as I'm kind of thinking still?
Yeah, I just think it feels like unnatural. It's sometimes it's kind of weird. Sometimes it feels like they won't explain the story a little bit, and then they'll exposition dump in the dialogue, and I'm like, what? And then they won't say anything for the next 10 minutes, like storytelling wise, and then they'll do it again. Or they'll talk about like the whole story in like a 5-second frame. I'm like, it just felt really weird.
Yeah, like
this wasn't well paced out dialogue.
No. From the moment he puts the glasses on, there's probably, I don't know, I'd say probably a 12 to 13 minute segment of the movie where hardly any words are spoken. And it's just him kind of stumbling around going, "Oh, what's going on here?" And he doesn't explain anything. Like, there's no dialogue to explain what's going on. It's just kind of like and then he fucking makes some like jokes about the people in the supermarket. And then you have the bubblegum line.
Oh my god, I forgot about the supermarket jokes. Holy shit.
Yeah.
God, they're
Looks like you
so
made out with a
bad.
cheese grater. Shit like that.
When
Yeah.
he falls over that whatever he falls over and runs out of the shop, and whatever he's fucking saying right there is horrendous.
Yeah.
Like, that's
I
what I
will say
mean by
this.
like, what's the thought process there? Like, uh, he he knows the glasses that are showing him like what reality is, and so like the people who aren't wearing the glass, like in his head, he expects people are gonna be like, oh, this guy's onto something, but
Yeah.
like he's not like, if only you guys could see what I'm seeing right now, like nothing like that. It's just like insult, 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 and it's like this doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is again too far ahead, but like I wish one of the main characters would have been an alien. Like that would have been more of like a plot, like to
Oh
me.
yeah.
Not like Frank or anybody, but
Okay, you can give me Frank as an alien. I don't give a fuck.
I
Well, he would have seen
honestly,
him with the glasses. I would say fucking make Meg a fucking alien. This would be a better twist for her character.
I mean, she's
Like, yeah,
already basically she's working with him. Like,
yeah,
it
exactly.
wouldn't be
But
that
say
hard just to make her one.
exactly. Say like whenever he gets in the car the first time and he looks at her and like she's a human. But I don't know, fucking make her like the fucking queen alien to where like her fucking she can't be seen by the glasses because she's too powerful. I don't know, it's a fucking alien movie. You can do whatever you want.
Or just like he sees her as an alien, but he knows that's the only way he can get home, like get away. So it's like,
yeah,
Yeah,
I
true.
wish they would have. I don't know. I wish they would have done that, and then also like even if they didn't, whatever, that they would have like went more into things like.
or just steal her car. Also, like, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, true. So no, the dialogue.
What do you think,
Shit.
Doug? I feel like, I mean, me personally, I feel like I did not like the movie, and I think Doug did, and I feel like he's upset that.
Which
Yeah,
is fucking
nobody's fucking upset.
crazy.
I don't know. It's fine. It's okay to like a movie. I like *Malignant*.
I did too. Doug did
That
not.
movie
It's
fucking
just weird
sucks.
that Doug is now the. No, I would say the odd man out because I do like this movie, mainly in part of Piper. But
What do you think of the storytelling, Doug?
Terms of dialogue, there's not really much there. Most of the storytelling is done through visual elements.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I think a lot
yeah,
of it is they count on us to figure it out visually, which I'm fine with. Like, I'm cool with that.
How's the context of the dialogue, fellows?
I have an issue. Where did he say he's from in the
Denver.
story?
he
Denver,
well no that
Colorado.
was so that was the last place he was employed.
I don't know where he says he's from, but he is so Canadian.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, he is from Canada in real life. So, but
yeah.
when he says "I'm sorry,"
I know that he was born in Scotland and then was raised in fucking Canada for his entire life. But like, they don't say like, I think it would have been better if they would have been like, oh, he's from Canada. He's
but
just
then he's not an American
down here
hero.
now.
He's
Exactly.
got to be American. He's got to be part of that American workforce. I mean, just don't say sorry with an accent.
I watched this movie when I was a lot younger, but like, I'm thinking to myself now, I know Piper's like, he sounds Canadian as fuck, or Scottish if he wants to be, but like, how is his American accent? And I go, oh, he just doesn't even have one. He just speaks in his normal
He's
fucking
just doing his
voice
shit.
the entire fucking movie.
All right. Moving on. Cinematography. How were the visuals of the cinematography? Were they vibing?
I
No,
do
they
like the
weren't
black and
bad.
white. I do like the black and white whenever he puts the glasses on.
It's pretty
Washes
much like
away all
standard
the.
old movie shit.
Yeah. I didn't like the fact that the aliens looked more, like fucking zombies.
They're like robots.
Yeah, I think that's we'll get to effects on that. I'll talk more about what I like feel about the 1988's effects, but for cinematography, I mean John Carpenter has a style, man, and it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any bad parts. Like I will say he shoots a competent movie. Like we're not running around with the fucking camera going crazy. I mean, It's well shot. Sets
Yeah.
everything up nicely.
Editing, pace, and tone.
I'm thinking.
Editing, pace, and tone. Brianna.
I thought the pacing sucked.
What was wrong with it?
It's slow. Trying to like jam everything in the last like 30 minutes.
Which is crazy because that's like half the fucking movie.
Yeah. What does tone mean again?
Like kind of hard to explain. It would just be like if it's supposed to be funny, it's funny the whole time. If it's supposed to be like
I think
scary, it's scary the whole
I already
time.
talked about that. I don't understand the tone, in my opinion. Like I don't understand it. So for me, the
there's a
tone
bunch
is
of tones in this movie.
thumbs down for me.
The tone can get confusing. It's odd. I mean, it's campy that sways into comedy, but also
The
still tries
words campy and meta are henceforth banned on the Thrillers and Killers podcast.
That's what this is. This is a
shot.
camp movie.
They're banned.
Take a shot every time you hear the words meta and campy.
Nope. I'll never hear them again because they're banned.
So it's campy and it's. I agree with Brianna. It leans back and forth a little bit too much, and
it just needs to pit. Like I'm fine if like a horror movie or a thriller like has a little bit of comedy, like some comedic relief. Like when we talked about Gone Girl, Tyler Perry's character is supposed to be a little bit of like comedic relief, which is fine. It's like little undertones of it, but like this movie, I don't know. Like, is this supposed to be a comedy with like thriller undertone, or like what is this supposed to be? I don't understand. I don't know. It loses me, and I don't like it.
yeah, I think I agree. I think it just sometimes it swings too hard. I think it needs to balance itself out a little bit better.
It feels like it doesn't have an identity.
Yes,
Jacob.
I wish it would pick one.
You kind of summed it up. I don't really have anything to say.
Doug?
Well, I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and fucking go in the complete opposite direction. Because I'm a high T individual. The pace
Oh
was.
My god, you're so campy.
The pace was a little too slow at the beginning, TBH for me. But as far as the tone, I totally feel the comedy, action, sci-fi vibe. I think it's pretty good.
You don't think it ever like loses? Like, do you think it like? Okay, so for me, the way I look at it, it doesn't feel like a comedy, action, sci-fi all at once. It feels like there's comedy segment, there's a sci-fi segment, there's an action segment, then there's a comedy segment, and then there's an action segment. It's not like it doesn't feel like this whole movie is a comedy, action, sci-fi. It feels like a bunch of these individual tones playing out at different parts of the movie.
Nah, I feel like the whole thing's comedy, action, sci-fi to me, Chief. It's like the weird comedy stuff they have in the new Star Wars movies for like the theater, how they'll randomly have BB-8 make a fucking thumbs up, or they'll have Snoke slam Hux's face down on the ground. Like that to me is out of place. This is to me supposed to be a goofier movie, so I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I don't think it's out of place. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that I don't think it blends it well. Like,
it's blended, Chief.
For me, when you look at so there's an example that I could think of off the top of my head. A sci-fi horror movie of Alien. It's sci-fi and horror the entire time. It knows as soon as they wake up on the ship, it's a horror and a sci-fi movie, and it blends those the entire time. This movie, it has these segments of action, and then it has a segment of comedy, and they don't interlap. It's like this 10 minutes is going to be funny, and this 10 minutes is going to be a fight scene, and then this 10 minutes is going to be a shootout, and then this 10 minutes is going to be a romance movie. Like,
I don't know.
and where's the blending at?
The whole thing is
where is
the whole thing? Whole thing is he XD.
I just feel like we all have our own thoughts on it. Well, I don't know. I guess it's just better to agree to disagree.
It doesn't work for me.
Continue, Doug.
How are the effects? Go.
Me or somebody else?
Okay. Jacob, go.
The practical effects they're not bad. They're not great. I feel like I said earlier, I don't really like the way that the aliens look. They look more like, fucking zombies than aliens to me. The visual effects when it came to especially the fucking flying droid or the fucking drone that like comes forth after he shoots up the fucking bank. That was shit. That was fucking terrible. Ticket it was 1988, but it was still pretty trash.
I don't know. There are movies from 1998 that aren't this bad.
It could have been better.
Yeah. I don't think they're fine though for this movie. It's supposed to be funny, so I mean I'm cool with
it's supposed
the
to
weird.
be. It's what's the word I'm looking for? It's supposed to be campy. That's right.
Yeah, I don't think it needs. I think it would be out of place if it had some crazy Jim Henson fucking animatronics running around.
It's true. It's true. Also, that
So
little drone scene whenever he shoots it, like after he shoots it, I laughed out loud when I was actually watching this part. Like he shoots it, and then like it cuts to him, and he cowers. Like there's pieces of like debris fall on him, and there's nothing. Like nothing falls on him at
yeah,
all.
I did notice that too. The drone is kind of weird for me, but like I'm cool with the visual stuff. The guys they're obviously just people in suits.
Yeah,
which is kind of it's goofy. It's funny. I do actually think they're kind of creepy though. The faces are kind
oh,
of creepy.
for sure. I I like how they have no bottom like lip, and you can see like their teeth all the way down to like the root, which is fucking weird as
The
shit.
eyes too are weird.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Second
Doug,
Brie?
Bree?
Yeah, they look kind of scary. I feel like if I put on the glasses and saw that, I would be a little bit more scared or have more of a reaction than he does.
Uh huh.
Okay, I mean, like he has a reaction,
How
but
could
like
you have
not.
more of a reaction?
I mean, well, we're not on camera, so you can't see my face, but I really feel like he just kind of slightly drops his jaw and is like, "Whoa." He's not like,
Yeah.
He's a manly
"Get
man,
me," like
He's
I'd be
not scared.
running the opposite direction. Like, "Get me out of here." I don't know. Like he just has I'm not saying he's not shocked, it's just like
I think
oh.
he has an opposite reaction of what I would have. I would run away. He has the reaction of fight, so
Yeah.
that's fine with me. Like,
I definitely wouldn't go in the supermarket and start insulting them.
True. Yeah.
That's not the reaction I would have, but I mean, hey, more power to you, I guess.
yeah, he can be a badass.
How's the music, fellas?
I have a bone to pick with the fucking music, dude. John Carpenter does the John Carpenter thing here, where he makes a theme and plays it the entire fucking time, just like in
True.
Halloween.
Yeah.
The first, I don't know what, 5-10 minutes of this movie is this dude walking around and this fucking
Yeah.
theme plays over and over, and I'm like, okay, cool. That's a fine theme. It's not my favorite, but it's catchy. It's nice. And then it plays for the next hour 40 minutes, and I'm like, holy fuck!
Yeah.
It's the same shit over and over. It doesn't change at all. It's that same fucking guitar rhythm the entire movie.
Mm-hmm.
Which he does that in Halloween too. I don't know if it's his thing. I don't know. I don't like it.
Anybody else have any comments about the music?
Nope.
No.
How was the sound in the movie?
The fucking punches were crazy.
Fucking 1950s Batman, kapow and bam and boom, fucking punches. It's not bad.
I think everything. The gunshots were fine. They sound like gunshots.
I did like the overlay, the fact that every time he got closer and closer to the radio station or the TV station, if you had the glasses on, you could slightly hear like this like recorded audio going sleep, consume, obey, reproduce, get married. Like it was like all the things you saw around like on billboards and shit. It was just in a loop being played every time you got closer to the TV station, and it got louder too. Which is
That's pretty cool.
Directing. Vision.
I I think the vision's there. I think that's about it. I just don't think it executed. I think the vision was a oh, comedy action thriller movie that was supposed to be also enlightening. And I mean it has its themes and stuff. I think the constant overacting, the overfighting, the even the shootout is everybody just shooting everywhere. We're just cutting from gunshots to people falling over. Like all that stuff just drowns it out to me. Like it takes that message and it feels like it's dumping its head underwater.
The
It just
worst part
feels
of this movie is when they get the police's rifles, and every time they shoot it, they cut to the exact same, like they reuse the same clip over and over of like just the end of the rifle firing. Like I swear, like 6 times every time they shoot somebody. It was pretty bad.
yeah. To me, I think he lost the message in all of the over exaggerated things, and it doesn't work for me.
I'm gonna say he wanted to make a goofy ass movie, and I think he did a pretty good job. Does that mean it's fucking good? We'll find out later. What
Doug's
about
giving
you?
it a 10 director score.
What about you, Brianna?
I honestly don't know what the vision was. I guess I'm just gonna have to go on with what Doug said. If the vision was to make a goofy movie, then he did that. I would hope, I don't know, that wasn't his vision, but who knows?
I think and Doug's gonna kill me, but I think he's trying to make a campy movie, and I think it is that. It's just too much over for me.
Jacob?
And for me, the execution just wasn't there because I don't know. Jacob.
I feel like his vision was to kind of just, that might be getting too deep, but like inform the people, like, hey, there's some propaganda in the world. Maybe question things more often, look deeper into situations and stuff. And yeah, I guess that was kind of his
Vision.
before that. His vision, yes, thank you, Bree.
You're welcome.
That was his vision, is to inform people to maybe look deeper into shit.
When you watch this, or I don't know, I didn't see like what it was like advertised as, but that's what you would think the vision is.
Yeah.
Exactly what Jacob kind of just said, but
Yeah, I think he took that. I think I think he was trying to make a goofy version of that, and like I said, I think it gets lost.
Is this movie one of a kind?
I mean, you could fucking say that for sure.
This.
Brianna?
sure.
Jacob?
Yeah, I've seen other movies do the same like premise of like things are being ran by somebody like aliens or some shit like that. But the fact that he has glasses to see them and shit like that, I guess that's never been done before. And yes, it is one of a kind. It is above and beyond.
It is.
I
You
love
think it's
you.
above and
I
beyond?
love you, Roddy Piper. May you rest in peace, and everything you
Jacob,
do is
This
he's
movie's
dead,
a
dude.
like
He's not
King
sucking
Midas.
dick.
You're like King Midas. Everything you ever touch turned to gold. I love you and miss you. Good night, everybody.
All right. For Jacob, this movie's above and beyond. Brianna, go.
No, it's not above and beyond for me.
What the fuck are you
Aaron.
talking about?
Aaron, go.
It's above and beyond the fucking trash can, dude. It's shit. I'm just kidding. I don't I don't think so.
Yeah, it's not above and beyond for me either. All right.
In all actuality, no, it's not
We're-
above and beyond.
We're going straight into the ratings. The tiers. Jacob, you're first.
I think
shit.
Bree goes first. Bree goes first, remember? 'Cause she
Jacob's
doesn't wanna
first
get
this time.
influenced.
Jacob's first this time.
I'm gonna have to give it a fuck, man. I'm gonna have to give it a C.
You want to
He claims
elaborate
to
on
like
that,
this
or are
movie.
You want to
I do
elaborate,
like
or are we
this
going
movie.
to Brianna?
I do like this movie a lot. It's just, but that's my own opinion. Like, I think the fucking.
That's my opinion!
I love Piper just because it's Piper. The fucking fight scenes, I thoroughly enjoyed every fucking second of them, even though they were stupid and shit at
All
and
10
way
billion
too
seconds.
fucking long. Yeah, but I still like them. I like the premise of it. The fucking I've come to chew bubblegum and kick ass is one of my favorite lines of any movie ever.
Facts.
That was ad-libbed. I read on
Yeah, it was
report that he just
100%.
made that shit up.
Wow, he went above and beyond his character. Great acting. Brianna, you're next.
I'm gonna give it a D minus.
Oof.
I would not mind never watching this movie ever again.
You're not putting it in garbage tier?
The acting didn't do anything for me.
Good talk.
What's no, I'll stick with a D minus for now. I had a whole thing I was gonna say, and then Doug interrupted me.
Wow, that's
I just wasn't impressed. The fact that like we're reviewing this as a thriller, it just wasn't a thriller to me. It's a D minus for me. It just wasn't my type of movie. I didn't really connect with it. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Aaron, go.
Yeah, I gave it a D. I'd probably put it a D plus though. I think, and that is only because I think the message is still relevant, still good. It's something that I think you can look back and be like, yeah, man. I mean, even back in the 80s, which is like 40 fucking years ago now, consumerism was still running rampant, and we've only progressed from there. I mean, this movie might be more relevant now than it ever has been. So, that's something. But I just don't like a lot of it. I don't like a lot of the cheesy action stuff and the weird acting. It just doesn't work for me. And I'm not on the I don't want to ever watch it again train. But it's not something I would be like, oh, you guys have to watch this shit.
I too am giving the movie a D plus.
How in the fuck did we end up in the same rating, Doug?
What do you mean?
We just argued this entire time about this movie. How did you end up at a D plus and I ended up at a D plus?
D plus. It's what it is.
Okay, why?
Well, I gave Gone Girl a C, I believe. Gone Girl's better than this movie, so it's a D plus.
Whoa. Okay.
To be real, let's just put things into perspective. The movie is garbage tier for me, but then you have the kind of funny shit, the funny overblown action, the message, obviously, which I get hard for this shit. And
yes.
Yeah, so that puts us up to B plus.
Okay. Hey man, that's a valid feelings. So I'm torn. I want to let you guys decide on the movie we're doing next week. Doug, Jacob, Brianna. I either want to do, because it's my week, right?
Yeah.
I either want to do A Quiet Place or The Witch. What would you rather watch?
Quiet Place.
Ooh.
The Witch.
All right, we're 1-1. Jacob, you're the deciding vote.
I already know how this is gonna go.
Just do what you want, Jacob. Vote how you want to vote.
Yeah, Jacob, vote how you want.
Doesn't mean
I'm torn too. I love
don't do
both
it
of those
this week. We
movies.
can do it next week.
Aaron, why don't we hear your vote, Aaron?
He can't vote. It would be.
I want to watch both of them.
I love Quiet Place because it's a Quiet Place. It's a fucking banger movie. But Black Phillip, dude.
Black Phillip.
I'm gonna have to go with Quiet Place.
Okay. All right. Next week, everybody, we are watching A Quiet Place. Just the first one. And yeah, anybody else want to add anything about this movie before I do the plugs?
Rest in peace, Roddy Piper. I love and miss you.
Rip.
Anything else?
Yeah, I don't think so, bro.
Okay. All right. You can find us on Twitter at ThrillKillPod. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Also at Thrillers and Killers Podcast. And also I just want to put out there that Spotify and Apple Podcasts both have rating functions. So if you like us, drop us a rating. And that is it for this time. I'll see you guys later.
Thanks for listening.
Goodbye,
Bye-bye.
everybody.